it has to be noted that the two policemen, Mitchell Sheehan and James Bryant, said that she went for their weapons and had commandeered their weapons, but there was no DNA found or fingerprints of hers found on the weapons. Did you hear about that in the reports?
Yes, I did.
And those police reports was modified several times.
Yes.
Now go ahead.
So I'm begging them to just stop it. Just stop. Please don't hurt my baby.
Right.
But they didn't care what I was saying.
So as a mom, your instincts took over?
Yes, sir.
And then what happened?
What happened is, okay, they fell in this room that we call the sewing room. It's her sewing room because she likes to sew and everything. Okay. So they fell into this room, and in her room, it was like 3 braziers on her doorknob.
Okay.
And I don't know his name, but
one of the police officers?
Yeah, the taller police officer took the braziers off the doorknob, and he placed them on her face, and he drew back as if he was going to punch her.
Put the braziers on her face?
On her face. He laid them on her face.
You think to mask a bruise if he would have hit her?
It could be,
Absolutely.
yes. But at that time, when he put them on her face and he drew back, I just covered her.
You lunged into action. You jumped on top of your daughter.
Not actually jump on top of her, but just cover her like this.
Okay.
Just cover her. I'd rather you beat me.
Right. Not fearful of your own life or anything.
No. The officer told me to get back or he was going to punch me. So
what did you do at that time?
I got back.
You got back. Okay.
I got back.
What did your husband do at that point?
He was just telling them, fellas, please, just telling them to stop.
Now, was he holding the grandchild?
Yes, he was. He was holding the grandchild at the time. And I think that what he did was a good thing because I think if he would have reacted
calling the police?
No, just not jumping in it.
You thought that was a good thing?
I do. Because one thing, he had my grandson, and I really do feel that if he would have done anything, someone would have really seriously got hurt. Then they picked her up and threw her down again, and then they actually was able to put the cuffs on her.
Okay. Now, there were reports that once they were downstairs and outside of the home, the policemen slammed her again outside?
Yes.
Is that true?
Yes.
Now, you had witnesses that corroborate that testimony, right?
Yes.
Caucasian neighbors,
Caucasian
as a matter of
neighbors.
fact. All of, and I think it should be noted that other than these 2 officers that were in the house, there were 8 to 10 other Caucasian officers waiting on the porch.
Wow. Now, they were taunting you guys out there with racial slurs and things of that nature?
Yes.
What were some of the things they were saying?
Well,
they were calling you nigger or what?
Well, what I heard one of the police officers say, "Man, what's going on?" He was like, "Just another nigger on that S."
Wow. Is your daughter? I think we got to go to a break, right? Is your daughter schizophrenic by any chance?
No.
So now, your trial started, and you had a rally, right?
Yes.
Now, and then the rally went into the courtroom when the court started, right? Is that at the time it was Judge Friedman, right?
Yes.
Initially.
Right. Now, why do you think he recused himself? Because several judges end up recusing themselves. Why do you think he recused himself?
He said he didn't want to be perceived as a racist.
He said that. That was his words. That was his reasoning for recusing himself. Wow. And then once he was recused, there was another judge put in charge automatically, and it didn't happen by a judge's pool, and a reporter reported on that. Judge Satula became the new judge, and she ended up recusing herself. Why do you think Judge Satula recused herself?
Because she wasn't randomly selected.
So she didn't want to be caught up in any legal issues? You think that's why?
There's a process that the courts must...
The judge's pool.
Right,
yeah, we're
exactly.
familiar with the pool.
Okay. When you find yourself caught up in this political... This is very political.
Right.
And Judge Satula, in my opinion, she recused herself because she saw that there was no merit to this case.
Wow.
And Judge Satula herself looked at the Rebeccas and said, I am very, very sorry. There's something wrong with this.
She apologized to you guys.
In court.
Wow.
Yes, she did.
Wow. Did you hear that? That Judge Satula apologized to the Whitby family. Now, before Ms. Satula came on and Judge Freeman was still there, there was a point where he cleared the courtroom out, wouldn't allow the people to sit there. Is that true in the report?
Yes, it is.
Reasoning being, he said he wanted the seats to be free for the potential jurors.
Yes.
Is that how that turned out?
Yes.
You felt like your civil rights was violated?
Yes.
Now, she was released from the grand jury, right? Free of charges, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's really interesting how all of that happened because the grand jury was supposed to have indicted her, but she was released within 3 days of the incident, okay? A detective, Alberto Sardone, actually released her from prison, and in court at trial, Sardone actually said both of these officers are lying in court under oath.
Said that in court.
In court
so
under oath.
Once they released her from the grand jury free of charge, you guys went to the Office of Professional Standards, and you also went to the FBI with this, right?
Absolutely.
Yes.
And then soon after that, you guys were brought up on charges.
Yes.
What was your charges? What did they charge you with?
I guess obstruction of justice,
And what did they charge your daughter with?
assault on one police officer, and resisting arrest.
Okay. Was it child endangerment too? Because that
No.
was reported too.
Bottom line is they want everyone to plea. Do not plea. Do not.
97 to 98%. No.
No, we did not.
No,
Yeah,
that's
give
the
them a
problem.
call.
They refused. They're saying
We
we're
went to
taking
trial.
this to trial because they're innocent.
Now you were contacted again.
Have y'all appealed the situation yet?
Yes.
It's an appeal.
It's
right
an
now.
appeal
Being
right
appealed
now.
Okay, now when the FBI got back with you guys, he told you there was insufficient evidence for a civil rights violation.
Yes.
That's what was told to you guys.
Yes.
So then court went on, and eventually, what happened? She was falsely convicted of her charges,
Yes.
and now she's in Marion.
Marysville.
Marysville, excuse me.
That's okay.
So what do you seek to happen right now? Are you wishing for her early release? What's going on right now? I see you got the appeal going on right now. What would you got the ears of the people? What would you like to be said right now? Real quick.
I feel like my daughter shouldn't be in jail because she's innocent. I want my daughter to come home. She has a 5-month-old baby. She's sick. I'm taking care of her right now. And she really needs her mom. And we really need her, too, and I know she needs us.
What about the policemen? What do you wish to happen with Mr. Mitchell Sheehan and James Bryant?
I feel like charges should be brought against them.
Could I say right quick, on the issue at trial, the attempted taking of the guns and taking of the guns, she was found not guilty of that, okay? And that's the reasoning they say they beat her. So if she was found not guilty, then that's police brutality because you beat her for no reason at all.
Good point.